Welcome to another edition of Dan Frequently Asked Questions. We got a question from a diver saying that he was doing his dive masters but dislocated his shoulder a month ago. He underwent anesthesia, no surgery, and they had an MRI done and there was no broken bones or ligaments, was still undergoing physiotherapy and had full range of mobility and other function. The question was, what is the recommended time to remain out of the water and before it would be safe to return to diving? Thank you for this very interesting question. It brings up a generic topic in terms of recovery from most surgical and other traumatic conditions, and that is that there is a 6-week general period in which primary healing occurs, whether that's a bone fracture or a skin tissue wound. Usually with a minor laceration it might be shorter, but the safe bet is usually 6 weeks. Then after 6 months, there is stability surrounding the particular lesion, and after 2 years, most of the so-called remodeling has occurred. So the bottom line is this: one would typically provide for at least 6 weeks after traumatic injury before actually considering a return to diving. You mentioned it was a month ago, so you're probably about there at the moment. The second thing would be to get the input of whoever did the surgery, whether it would be appropriate to return not only back to activities of daily living, but the added stresses and stressors related to diving, such as weight bearing, heavy cylinders, buoyancy compensators, and all the like. That may have an effect on your ability to dive comfortably as well as safely. So with those considerations in mind, we recommend that you actually have a proper discussion and appraisal by a diving physician if this is possible. That is always the preferred course of action. We can provide generic advice, but for specific advice, we always recommend a visit to a diving physician or a specialist that treated you and is familiar with diving. Thank you for your question, for the viewers, subscribers, and for all our Dan members for your support. Until next time, safe diving.